Oh. Oh. That was a giant. No more Mr. Nice Guy. All right, a good fish has got the bait. It's running that way. I can see it on the surface. It's got to let it feed off. Let the boat run over it. Kind of spooked it, so it's got to go out there. It's going to stop. Hopefully it'll turn that bait around in its mouth and get it back where I can hook it. I can still see it. It's on the surface. I can still see the bait in its mouth. Ain't nothing like that one I lost on that fly rod though. All right, it's been a while since that fish picked that bait up. It stopped. Hopefully it had a chance to eat it. I'm gonna come up on it and give it a try. It had done a circle and come all the way up behind the boat. Oh, it's a thick fish. Five on the dot. Put her back. I love that. Oh. All right, y'all. I guess I owe you an explanation. I have a problem. I have always had a problem when it comes to gar, especially big ones. My father and I used to chase these things back when I first moved to Alabama when I was a kid, and we learned to love to catch these things. And of course, I bow fish for them, but now I don't even do that. I don't even like killing them. To me, I enjoy catching them, but I want big ones. Now, Ethan and I, when we're sight fishing for them, we usually won't even cast at one that's under 4 foot. And that's just because we have learned to chase these big ones, and it's fun. I mean, it really is. They are such a neat species. But yesterday I was crappie fishing up the lake, and I did okay, and I was catching a few crappie. I was happy doing that. Well, I turned and cut across that slough, and water's still cold. It's like 62, 63 degrees, and I run into a bunch of big old gar, and I said, okay, I had a fly rod. Let me get my gar flies. I didn't have them in the boat. I said, well, I got my bait casters. I said, let me get my gar plugs. I didn't have them in the boat. And I said, of all the times to run into a pile of gar, and here I can do nothing with them. So anyway, I came out today. I said, I'm chasing them. I'm taking the fly rod. That's what I want to do. And Angie, she said, you know what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket, don't you? She said, you tend to sit on the basket and then stomp on it a few times, maybe throw a few elbows in on it, because you are not a one-trick pony type guy. You better be prepared. So I thought about what my poor little old bride said, and she probably wasn't as mean as I was right there. So I while I was cleaning them crappie, I cut a few throats out to keep. And I said, just in case they don't want to play with the fly. For whatever reason, today, they hit the fly. I just couldn't hook them. I mean, that one I lost over there would have been the biggest fish I'd ever caught on a fly rod, period. It would have been my biggest gar on a fly. It would have been the biggest fish on a fly, period. And it come off. It broke my heart. So, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I just want to explain to you about my rig. Now, you can tell that I've got a problem when, I mean, how many guys do you know that built a rod just for gar fishing? So, that's what this is. But I tend to run a piece of bite leader. This is 30-pound big game. I just keep it on a spool handy. But a 30-pound big game bite leader. It's a 1/0 hook, the cheapest. The cheapest Eagle Claw planes that I can get. And it's because, you know, if fish takes it deep, I tend to just cut the line and let them have it. If I can get it back safely for me and the fish, I'll get it. But for most part, I'll just cut it, let them have it, and tie a new one on. I got my crappie throats over here. I'm sight fishing. I've already seen one giant and then the one I just caught, which was a good fish. But I'm gonna go back out there and see if I can find that giant. We're gonna put something on him. So that's the line, that's the setup. The 1/0 hook, 30-pound bite leader, uni to uni knot joined. I don't use a float, I don't use a weight, I don't use anything. I sight fish to what I want to catch, and that's the one I want. So let's go see if we can do that again. Tell me, does it get much better than that? Come on. Solid fish. You gonna cut up some more, or you gonna set that? Kind of what I thought. Release. If they've taken it real deep, I just trim it off, put a new hook on. I'm not going to come back here at you. All right, Mr. Gar. Oh, okay. One last cut up. There you go. All right. Hope you don't feel that line. He just ate it right here in front of me. I watched that fish eat the whole thing. I watched it. I watched him gulp it all the way in. I knew I had him in. Dang, there's another. Ooh. Little experiment. I watched these fish eating these crappie throats. Once they got it back to their mouth parts, I guess ain't much taste buds out in the bony part. They get it back to the mouth parts, and they're just, I mean, like literally like north end of a southbound mule licking. And it's funny, except for the fact that I wanted to catch these fish. So what I did was I went over. Oh, he come off. Shoot fire. Dang, that's all right. That's all right. What I did was went over, caught a few bluegill. Figured I'd give him a try. Well, that one, not only did he hit it, I watched him eat it right there in front of me. So, all right, I see another good fish up here. Let me bait back up. Oh, good jump. All right, thank you. Well, it has been an outstanding day. Caught a few fish, caught a few good fish, had a few heartbreaks. You know, that giant on the fly rod, that just, all that hurts. And had several really good opportunities before I learned that literally no other fish other than that one likes crappie throats in this entire lake. So, but I heeded my bride's advice. You know, I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. I had same kind of egg, but a bunch of different baskets, and it really paid off, made for a good trip. I got a little one over here running right now. I'm going to close it out, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I'd like to stay and play a little bit, but I promised my bride we'd go for a walk this evening, so I'm going to head on so we can get out before it gets too dark. And it's always good to fulfill your promises, you know. I'm thankful she lets me get out here and chase these critters, and I'm thankful for she's always there smiling at me when I get home. And a lot of times she's out here whipping my tail, catching way more than I do, so I'm a blessed man. Y'all take care. Have a good day. Good way to end the day.